Welcome back to Breslov campus. Just points of the value and importance of having access to a shul or a Beit Midrash, a study hall, and especially if it is, for example, a Breslov study hall. Just a little story that happened, an incident that happened here in Yerushalayim approximately maybe 30, 40 years ago. There was a Breslover, there is still a little tiny Breslov shul, Beit Midrash, that wasn't being used so much during the day, and the people in charge of this Breslov shul, they wanted to or close it with no access to anybody in order to save on the water and electric bills for those few people who did come during the day, or to rent it out for other usages to other organizations like what's called the Kollel, etc. So the Gabayim, the people in charge of this Breslov shul, they approached one of the Breslov elders of the time, Rav Levi Yitzchak Bender, with this question: is it okay that we close the Beit Midrash during the day hours or rent it out? And he asked, are there people coming during the day to use the premises, to use the study hall? And he said, yes, a few people. So he said, don't close it then. If people now are coming during the day to do or hitbodedut, private meditation, or to learn quietly and to be away, to shun from the public eye, to do their own personal devotions in Torah study and prayer, it's because they have nowhere else to go. And this little Torah center, study hall, is like an ir miklat, meaning it's a place for them to run away and to be saved. It's like a Noah's Ark in the flood. They have nowhere else to go, that's why they're coming, and to take this away from them is almost like killing them. It's better, keep it open for those few people who are still coming. They can use this place, they need it for their personal devotion, let them have access to it. And Rav Yitzchak Bender, he said this is the supreme importance of places like this, especially a Breslov Torah study hall, where people can do the advice that Rabbi Nachman gives, for example, the Bodhidut and everything, devotions like that, which in the Torah world at large are not so familiar with. Here a person can comfortably and openly perform them in a tiny corner or a tiny room in these Torah centers. Because of that, it's important that they should be kept open all day and have accessibility to people so they can do so. Because the world is like a flood, he would say. The world is like a flood, and the only Noah's Ark they have are these what's called mikdash me'at, these miniature sanctuaries, these synagogues and Torah study halls that people during the day are not there so much. They're only there for the morning prayers and the evening prayers. Some people learn here and there. Let it be accessible to people to come to do their own private devotions, but not to close it down. I will personally say that most of my growth, if there's any growth in me, the main growth I got was that I had access to little private study halls, Torah centers back home in Canada and Toronto, also here in Yerushalayim, and I can attest that my major growth was from that quality time of being able to do hitbodedut when in a private corner, that I had a private place to do so when I couldn't find anywhere else, in these Torah centers, in these study halls, in these little tiny synagogues, and learn comfortably without feeling people are on me, to learn what I wanted to learn, and advancing at a certain level that I advanced. So this is the importance of having access to Torah study halls and synagogues, to have a private corner, and why people should consider not closing them at the middle of the day hours, because anyways no one's there. Rather let it to be accessible when there is a demand, even a minimal demand.